All right, and we're live. Welcome in, ladies. Welcome in. So I want to talk a little bit about a question that I got. I got a question from someone in senior leadership, and the question was, she noticed that she's being left out of strategic conversations. And what happens is, even though everyone knows that her department is competent and she has good people working with her, but she is not in those conversations that truly shape how the division is being run. And the reason that I see this in many highly competent, accomplished women is the fact that they rely on their execution and expertise in order for them to advance into senior leadership level. There is a point in your career or in a woman's career where over relying on your expertise and being so close to execution and getting the job done is important. However, when you step into senior leadership levels, you are not only being judged by how you can get the job done, you are also being judged by the way that you carry yourself, the way that the way you set vision. In fact, the key word is, are you someone that people can perceive as having the ability to set the direction? That's the question. And oftentimes, if you notice that you are highly competent, but people leave you out of strategic conversations or important discussions, it's because you are positioning yourself as someone that can get the job done. We say that the word is too close to execution, but essentially you're someone that when people think, oh, how do I get this done? It's you. However, when they're looking for who do we promote to set the vision of this organization, who do we promote that can carry this department in a different direction, your name doesn't come to mind. The problem with being left out of strategic conversations is the fact that you stall yourself. So you will not be promoted to higher levels. You would also be overlooked, sidelined, and your team is at the verge of being under-recognized. And in the worst case scenario, when they're looking for people to lay off, your team may come in first because they're not seeing that direct connection between the vision of the organization and the execution. So if you're someone who's struggling, you know you're very competent. Competence is not the key thing here. You know you're competent. You know that the people who are getting promoted, I don't want to say better than them, but you know you can get the job done faster than them. If that's you and you notice that you're being overlooked and sidelined and left out of conversations, the key thing you want to start looking at is, how do you have executive presence? Do people perceive you as someone that is capable of setting the vision or the direction, or whether it's the organization, whether it's your division, whether it's your department? Are you that person, or are you too close to execution and focused on getting the job done? Because like I said, at this level, your evaluation is not just on the ability to get the job done. That's what you have your team for. That's what you have your direct reports for. Your evaluation, a huge part of that, especially if you want to advance into higher levels in senior leadership, is your ability to present yourself in what we call executive presence. So your gravitas, the way that you communicate, the way that you move, the way that you pretty much carry yourself, but not in the superficial sense, in the way that what we might say a visionary leader will carry themselves. Okay, so I hope this was useful. I will talk about this in subsequent videos, but other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.